Thanks for staying with us. As I said before, drug cartels are on the prowl looking for whom to devour. And as I said also, the spokesperson of NDLEA will have a press briefing today. I thought it was tomorrow. It's actually today at 11 a.m. So we'll stay tuned to get that. Then tomorrow we'll bring him on to discuss further what they have observed and their advice to Nigerians on when they want to travel. Ramachi wanted to share some.
So I've heard so many stories about people when they are traveling, you know, how to avoid circumstances like this. There was a story I heard of an elderly lady. She was traveling, she had drugs on her. So, you know, she went to go and meet one small young guy and she was like, help me hold my bag. You know, she was, you know, like, yeah. So she went to go and meet the small boy and she said, please help me hold my bag. Let me just quickly use the bathroom and come back. And by the time she went to use the bathroom and came back, they had already, you know, they came, they arrested him, there was drug in the bag. And so that lesson, what you just taught me is that once you go to the airport, please don't help anybody. Just concentrate on your own journey, your luggage, and just go through. And while on break, we're talking about wrapping. You can also wrap your box so that to avoid anybody putting things inside. Yeah. For me, I buy a different color of box because I noticed that a lot of people have black boxes. So I bought a different color such that once you know it comes, I know that this is my box. Nobody takes. I don't go and claim another person's luggage and all. Because sometimes when you claim another person's luggage, you may get somebody's luggage that has drugs in it. You won't even know. And then
I think it should be beyond color of suitcase. So
yeah.
You see, if I'm going to get into trouble, it's my kindness that will get me into trouble. You see, every kind thing that people have done and have been conscripted into, I have done at the airport. I have helped an old lady get down the stairs and everybody was walking past her. I just could not walk past that old woman. I just couldn't. I just thought it was unfair.
She could have something in your pocket.
Yes. She could have done anything. And I've done it many times. I have to learn. You know, she was struggling to get down the stairs. She had a suitcase. She was going one, and then she had a stick. No, I just couldn't. I quickly took the suitcase, put it down, then held her hand and walked her down. I've done it to a few people who held their suitcase, walked it up there. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So this is for all those people that you think you're very kind, you're very nice. Leave your kindness and your niceness away. This is now about self-preservation. You know, because, you know, what these people do is they take advantage of your kindness, you know. So you now realize that these people don't mean you well. So a part of you may feel uncomfortable because that's not your nature, but realize that there are wicked people in the world and they will take advantage of your kindness. And so this is not you now about being wicked, because you have to tell yourself in your mind that you're not doing a bad thing, but you're protecting yourself from people who will take advantage of your kindness and turn you into something else. And then it shows me we have to also, sometimes, no matter how careful you are, how can you be more careful than a brother who took his younger brother's suitcase or one of his brother's suitcase and traveled and found that his brother had planted drugs into the suitcase. That was his own blood brother, you know. So sometimes, no matter how careful you are, you can still get in trouble. And this is where now I'll call on the proper government and investigative people. Please also give people the benefit. Proper investigation needs to be done to just make sure that innocent people who have been roped in this are not, but really, anywhere that you can, don't just go in there, close your eyes, and just face your front.
It's easier for us in Nigeria, right? But if you go to certain countries,
they don't care.
They don't speak any English. Like, once they see it, they see it. So, I mean, let them come to you now.
But there's also the part of the airport staff. They remember the Saudi lady who traveled with her family, and you know she was arrested in Saudi for being in possession of drug, which she did not.
She wasn't. Yeah.
It was planted at the airport. So a lot more has to be done from us checking our tabs. Can you plant cameras on all of them? Escort our bags. Can you follow the camera before you come and say that somebody? At least have those video evidences to prove our innocence. If we can reach out to our embassies from wherever we are arrested, because within the system of the airport
you can do that in Nigeria, but you cannot compel any other country.
Morayo, did not follow the other countries. I just said. Don't forget the story. The lady who landed
Saudi Arabia.
I'm saying I agree with you. When you say we're telling governments, we can compel our own government to make sure that cameras.
They've all said what we need to do.
The moment you go to a different country, we can't compare anybody.
No,
to have
we
the
actually
cameras
can.
in
Our government
countries.
I
can
cannot even try
dialogue
and go
with.
to Mexico and think that they cannot put it in your body. They put it in a food dead body. We read all these
We've
stories.
seen the
What we are
Philippines.
saying is that with all this sensitization going on our part of what we need to do, there's so much, because we hand these bags over to total strangers at the airport. It will be a failure of system for the people that are carrying our bags not to be watched.
Yeah. As I said, we just wanted to touch on this very quickly because we know that the spokesperson for the NDLEA will be here tomorrow. It's a story that Mariam has always been very, very concerned about because they're always talking about it. So it would be great to have him here. Aside from the issue of airports and slot gauges, there are other issues concerning drug abuse, families losing their children to addiction. So those are some of the conversations we'll be discussing with Mr. Femi, Baba Femi tomorrow on the show. But it was important for us to start the conversation today, and then we're going to go on a short break now. When we come back, we'll bring in our guest for this morning. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.